Student, this is the lecture number 2, chapter number 2, solution. We have seen in last lecture types of solution and solubility and Henry law. Now we will see vapor pressure of solution of a liquid in liquids. Consider a binary solution of two volatile liquid A1 and A2. When the solution is placed in a closed container, both the liquid vaporized. Eventually, equilibrium is established between the vapor and liquid phase. Both the components are present in the vapor phase. The relationship is given by Raoult's law. Raoult's law. It states that the particle vapor pressure of any volatile component of a solution is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure component multiplied by its mole fraction in this solution. Suppose for that binary solution of two volatile liquid A1 and A2. We are considered that A1 and A2 two liquids. P1 and P2 are the partial vapor and X1 and X2 are the mole fraction in solution. Then according to Raoult's law, P1 equal to X1 into P1 0 and P2 equal to X2 P2 0. Equation 1, where P1 0 and P2 0 are the vapor pressure of pure liquid of A1 and A2. According to Dalton's law of partial pressure, P equal to P1 plus P2 equal to P1 0 into X1 plus P2 0 into X2. Equation 2. Since X1 equal to 1 minus X2, the equation 1 can be also written as. So P equal to P0 in bracket 1 minus X2. We put the X1 value in equation 2. P equal to P1 0 in bracket 1 minus X2 plus P2 0 X2. So equal to P1 0 minus P1 0 X2 plus P2 0 X2. So therefore final our equation P2 0 minus P1 0 into X2 plus P1. Equation 3. Because of P1 0 and P2 0 are constant. So next point is ideal and non-ideal solution. First one, ideal solution. Ideal solution obeys Raoult's law over entire range of concentration. No heat is evolved or absorbed when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. The enthalpy of mixing is 0. The delta mix H equal to 0. There is no volume change when two components forming an ideal solution are mixed. Thus, volume of an ideal solution is equal to the sum of volume of a component taken for mixing. There are also delta mix volume equal to 0. Ideal solution, solvent, solute, 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 solvent. Ideal solution, solute, solvent and solute, solute and solvent, solvent. Molecular interaction are comparable. It is important to understand the perfectly ideal solution are uncommon and solution such as a benzene plus toluene behave nearly ideal. Second one, now non-ideal solution. These solutions do not obey Raoult's law over the entire range of concentration. The vapor pressure of this solution can be higher and lower than those of pure components. Next point is colligative properties of non-electrolyte solution. The physical properties of solution that depend on number of solute particles in solution and not on their nature are called colligative properties. The physical properties of solution that depend on number of solute particles in solution and not on their nature are called the colligative properties. These are the four properties: vapor pressure of lowering, boiling point elevation, freezing point depression, osmotic pressure. Osmotic pressure. First one we will see. First one, while dealing the colligative properties of a non-electrolyte solution, the relatively dilute solution with concentration 0.2 molar or less are considered. So first one, vapor pressure lowering. When a liquid in a closed container is in equilibrium with its vapor, the pressure exerted by vapor on the liquid is its vapor pressure. So now we will see the derivation. If P10 is the vapor pressure of a pure solvent and P1 is the vapor pressure of solvent above the solution. First one what we will see, P10 is the vapor pressure of pure solvent and only P1 is the vapor pressure of solvent above the solution. So P1 less than the P10. The vapor pressure lowering is delta P equal to P10 minus P1, equation 1. So Raoult's law for solution of non-volatile solute. In solution of non-volatile solute, the law is applicable only to the volatile solvent. The law states that vapor pressure of a solvent over the solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure solvent multiplied by its mole fraction. The law states that the vapor pressure of solvent over the solution is equal to the vapor pressure of pure solvent multiplied by its mole fraction. So therefore P1 equal to P10 into X1. So for binary solution containing one solute, X1 equal to 1 minus X2. So therefore the P1 equal to P10 into X1. X1 put the value in equation this. P1 equal to P10 in bracket 1 minus X2. So P10 minus P10 X2 or P10 minus P1 equal to P10 into X2. So thus the equation 1 defines show that P10 minus P1 as delta P. So delta P equal to P10 into X2, equation 2. Relative lowering. In that first equation, we will see the delta P equal to P10 minus P1. So now here what we'll say, what we have seen, P10 minus P1 equal to P10 X2. So delta P equal to P10 X2. Relative lowering of vapor pressure. The ratio of vapor pressure lowering of solvent divided by the vapor pressure of a pure solvent is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. The ratio of vapor pressure lowering of solvent divided by the vapor pressure of pure solvent is called the relative lowering of vapor pressure. So relative vapor pressure lowering, delta P upon Pi equal to, delta P upon P10 equal to P10 minus P1 upon P10, equation 3. So from equation 2 shows that delta P upon P10 equal to x2 equal to P10 minus P1 upon P10, equation 4. Thus the relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to the mole fraction of solute in the solution. So molar mass of solute from vapor pressure lowering. We studied that the relative lowering of vapor pressure is equal to the mole fraction x2 of a solute in a solution. So from equation 2 follows that delta P upon P10 equal to x2 from equation 4. The total mole in solution, thus x2 equal to N2 upon N1 plus N2, where N1 and N2 are the mole of solvent and solute. The mole fraction x2 is given by x2 equal to N2 upon N1 and delta P upon P10 equal to N2 upon N1, equation 5. Suppose that we prepare a solution by dissolving W2 gram of solute, weight gram of solute in first weight of mole fraction x2 is given by, so N2 equal to W2 upon M2 and N1 equal to W1 upon M1. W is the weight of solute and solvent. So put the equation, this the put number is equation 6. Put the equation 6 in equation 5. So x2 equal to delta P upon P10 equal to W2 upon M2 divided by W1 upon M1. So P10 minus P upon P10 minus P1 upon P1 equal to delta P upon P10. So therefore equal to W2 into M1 divided by M2 into W1. This is the equation number 7. Knowing the all other quantities, molar mass of solute M2 can be calculated.